Josh, what's something about yourself that you've changed that you never want to go back to? And what's something you changed that you're not sure was actually for the better?
I am happy I've changed that I never wanna go back to is that broken, destructive version of me that had the steps in my hair that I talked about and that had the piercings all over and that was an alcoholic, that could stay right the fuck in the past. Me now, I'm to a point okay with being OCD in the terms of organization, cleanliness, everything having to be in a certain place. However, I know that it drives everyone around me crazy, including my husband, my
It
employees,
doesn't
my
drive me
friends,
crazy, but
but
I
you
think if I
understand
was
it.
around more, it might because you're worse than me. And I know I drive people crazy.
Yeah, it's just something I can't help it. I am obviously in therapy, right? So, this is one of the things, but my house is usually clean and people don't have to worry about coming into a hoarder's den?
And it always smells absolutely amazing. Like, you would
Oh,
never
thank you.
know that you had 2 dogs, and in my head, that's what I aspire to do and to be. I'm like, "Oh my gosh,
Well,
house smells immaculate, like, my house gotta smell like that." I'm like, "What do I need? What do I need to get?" That's why I asked you, I was like, "What room spray do you use? What do you" like, I gotta know.
wax
So,
melts, but
but
what about
were
you?
you well, I just use the spray right now, and then I have,
Okay.
like, my little plugins and stuff like that, but I wanted to before I got, like, into my response to that, I wanted to know, like, the OCD and the cleaning and stuff. Were you like that when you were younger, or is that something you developed as you got older?
I think it developed when I got older. I believe there's always been a sense of it there. I think I noticed early on, and then we get further
Whoa.
into the organizational closets by color. And then we got
What? You
into
were doing that when you were younger? Like, how
yeah,
old?
probably like 13, 14, 15, like a young teenager. But I also had this thing where I had like 5 other siblings that I grew up living with. So having that space was very rare. And, growing up and having that freedom to do whatever you want with your place and your space, and now you have this control over it, I think I went a little overboard. I think that kind of took over my need to really feel okay with my surroundings if it's finally in every single place I need it to be. I mean,
Like, it needs
if
to
I
be
took a
just
pic
so.
yeah, if I took a picture right now, you'd see Star Wars everywhere, but you'd see like a pattern. I'm symmetrical everywhere, and that's why when I was a jewelry manager, it was perfect because part of your job was making sure your cases were displayed perfectly and that they were all symmetrical and that things were brought up to the front that needed to be displayed based on the human eye going into the case psychologically. So that was something I thrived on. And now I put that forth with my office and everything else in my life.
Honestly, I like that, but I definitely was not like that as a little kid. I definitely was like, we had a chair where all the clothes went to the chair. And that's what the chair was for. The chair was the keeper of the clothes, and that was it. And that was mostly my sister. I shared a room with her growing up, and she's still like that now. Sorry, Amber, to call you out. But and then I just said her name, Oops. But like now I try not to do that, but now I have like you can see the bench behind me's got clothes on it. But like my room is typically kind of messy. I've been trying to make sure my bed is made every day. Like that's a thing that I put on my list along with no spending is like make your bed because it just makes me feel better when I come home and my bed's made.